You're going to measure from this side 3 1/4 to get the start of the box. And as you can see, it is square in the middle of the line there. So that's the first thing that we need to do. So we have 3 1/4. That's going to be right there. And the box itself is 6 centimeters. So there's the 6 centimeters. This side over here should be 10 1/4 right there. Okay. And the size of the box is 0.4 centimeters. So, there's box number 1. We're not going to cut anything yet. Got to make sure that everything is good. Now, box number 2, here in the middle, is not on a line. Here is section B, but we are going to draw this line across to make it easier to center this box. So, this area, section B, is 3 1/2. So we're going to make it 1 3/4. I'm going to divide it right in the middle. I'm going to just draw a line straight down. This will help us center that middle box. And this is important to get these measurements accurate, because it will not work. You'll get the propeller caught and it just will be really wonky. That's why this is an advanced movable element. Now, the start of this box is 5 centimeters, starts at the 5 centimeter mark, and ends 9 centimeters from the right side. I'm going to mark 9 over here. So this is the width of that box. The box is also 1 1/2 centimeters. Now, the other way that we measure this, make sure it's right, is from the top of this box to this line right here should be 1 centimeter. So we can take this, put it right there, measure 1 centimeter. There's that line right there. I'm going to measure 1 centimeter. And make sure, again, it's from this line, not this box. And then it is also 1 centimeter from here to this line right here, starting of section A. So we're going to take this and we're just going to go 1 centimeter over, which is right there. Take this 1 centimeter over, which is right there. And we're going to draw and connect it. Okay, so there is box number 2. I'm just going to fix this, it's a little crooked. That's better. So here, box number 2. Now let's do third box, which is 6 1/4 from the left side, and this one is also on the line, just like the first box. It starts right there. This box is also 6 centimeters wide, and it's 7 1/4 from this side. And there's the 6 centimeters. It's also 0.4 in height. And there we go. So now what we are going to do is we're going to cut these out with our X-Acto knife. Okay. Now the other thing that we need to do is we need to score this line right here and this line. That's gonna fold like this and like this. Get a bone fold or your ruler like this. Just like that. Okay. And what we will do is when we fold it, we will fold it A to B, C on top. So I'm going to put this to the side, and now we're going to work on the propeller. So the propeller is not bad. It's pretty easy, and I can cut this out, and I'm also going to show you how to do it. So the first thing that you want to do is we want to make all the circles first, because that's what we use to draw our lines and do everything. Now, this line right here, the outermost circle has a radius of 3. The radius is from here to there. It's the middle to the end. This is the whole diameter. This is the circumference. So the diameter is 6 centimeters. So you can just measure 6 centimeters. And you won't see this either, so if you want to do it in a pen, you can. So here's 6 centimeters, and if you're going to do it this way, which I recommend, mark the middle where the 3 centimeters is. This is the radius. We're going to get our compass, and we're going to adjust it. Put our point there. There you go. So there's our first circle. Our inner circle has a radius of 1.25 or 2.5. So what you can do is you take the middle point here. You can mark a dot for 1.25, which is going to be about here. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and mark the other circle, which has a radius of 3/4. So that one's going to be about right here. And we're going to draw these circles. Like that. And then the smallest one. And don't worry, you don't have to cut these out. So we have our 3 circles here. Now, here comes the fun part. You are going to make it with a radius of 3, again, your compass, which is going to be right, maybe right about there. Okay, so here we're going to go to the end where we drew a line, and you are just going to put a mark like this. Put that on the next one, make a mark, next one, make a mark. Let me make sure that is, should be right there. Alright, here, let's try that again. Okay, that's good. So we're going to come here. We're going to make a mark. And here, make a mark. Come here, make a mark. Make a mark. Now we want the point to all those. So that's going to be where the little X's are. Now, you have 6 here. You can pick one. What I like to do is I like to use one that I already have a line to. Remember, this is your middle here of your circle. So we have one line here. Okay, we need 2 more lines. So ignore this line over here down at the bottom. We're going to use this one. You're going to skip this one. You're going to come to the one after it, and you're going to draw a straight line to that center point right here. And then we're going to draw a line, skip this one, draw a line here. So it kind of look like a peace sign, like that. So we're only going to pay attention to this line, and this line. Skip, skip, skip. Now, here you have this circle, and what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the circle and go up to a point, just like that. Then you're going to turn it. Ignore this line. Here's our other one. You're going to follow the circle up to a point, just like that. We're making propellers. Skip that one. Now there's this one. Follow the circle up to a point. And there you have it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the propeller part out. And we are also right here, we're going to cut. Make sure you stay on the line. We're also going to cut this inner circle out. What you can do, do that. Okay. I'm going to follow this propeller blade right here. And this is what our propeller looks like. This is exactly what we need. So now we are going to make our hub. The hub can be a little bit complicated. We'll just use the same piece of paper. Let me put the propeller here to the side. The hub is going to go into the propeller. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to draw a box that is about 4 centimeters by 1 centimeter. Okay, now the midpoint here is where the number 2 is here. And then the midpoint for this is the 1/2 centimeter mark.